The Goblet Box Squat is going to be the first squat pattern we want to master before moving on to the other variations. We're going to use the box as a tool to help teach us the exercise. The way we're going to set it up is first we're going to pick a box height. We're going to ideally pick a height in which when I'm sitting on the box, my thigh is parallel to the floor. Now, depending on if you have some mobility restrictions in your hip, if you do not have the ability to sit on that box with a flat back, then you are certainly allowed to use a higher box to make sure you are only training in a position that you know your body can support before trying to get deeper. Now that we found my height of my box, we're going to set our feet. Feet width is something that can be varied. So we're going to start with the general rule of thumb of feet somewhere between our hips and our shoulder width. The toe angle is also something that varies, but most people are going to want a slight angle of the toes out. If you find yourself in that position, the most important thing, similar to any other lower body exercise, is we are trying to maintain 3 points of contact on the feet. So we have our big toe, our pinky toe, and our heel. Our feet are our base. So if those are not stable, then something along the chain on the way up is going to get lost. So no matter what, when you're testing your stance and testing your box height, those feet need to be able to remain stable throughout the exercise. So I'm going to find my position. Big toe, pinky toe, and heel firm to the ground. I'm going to practice my position by just going into a Frankenstein position. As I come to the box, I'm going to think as if somebody is pulling at my hips, pulling me down to the box. I'm going to allow my knees to relax as needed until I land soft to the box. Now on my way down, I was able to keep my heels, my big toe, and my pinky toe firm and stable to the ground. If I wasn't, I'm going to adjust that stance into something that feels more comfortable. Come back to the top. Okay. Now I found my foot position. I feel comfortable. I feel good. So I'm going to start bringing in the other elements. Now that the feet are firm, I want to get my hips engaged to give me stability in my hips, in my knees, so I have strength through the motion. So before I begin my descent, I'm going to imagine trying to press down and spreading the floor with my feet as if I'm trying to spread an iceberg. That is going to get my hips a little more turned on. It's going to create more stability through my hips and my knees. And when I hit the box, I'm only going to give the box like 10 to 20% of my weight. I'm going to maintain my pressure on my feet. I'm going to maintain that tension spreading the floor. Fire my glutes as I push down through the ground, flexing my butt to the top. Now that I have all those pieces put together, we're bringing in the weight. We're going to prioritize the goblet position as the best position to counterbalance you through this motion, as well as getting that core more active and help you master the movement. So, cup of dumbbell, hands at the top, elbows wrapped around, pinching tight to the bottom, and ideally keeping the top and bottom of the bell to your chest the entire time. So the full motion will be here, creating some tension in my stomach. My feet are planted, spreading the floor, pulling myself to the box, soft landing, squeezing my glutes and driving my shoulders to the ceiling. And there's your Goblet Box Squat.